Okay, Nico, thanks for coming. Nico, what was life like before debt counselling?
Yeah, guys, thanks for having me today. Life before debt counselling, absolute nightmare. I mean, you find yourself spiraling into an area you don't want to go with in your life. Myself, with a family, wife and a child, putting pressure on the family and so forth. So, no, absolute nightmare.
Was the call center agent you dealt with efficient and professional? Were there any issues in dealing with the agent over the phone, or would you have rather done this face to face?
The call center agent, if I may mention her name, Jenna Dean, she was amazing through the whole process. Whenever she was not available, the other people were very professional, courteous, and made sure that my information got to her as soon as possible. Yes, in many senses FaceTime is important, but we did this whole process that I went through either via email or phone calls, which was perfect. I think if I'd requested FaceTime, they would have granted me that. So in my sense, I was very happy with the communication.
Great. How did you find the debt review experience? When did you make the decision to go into debt review and tackle your debts head on?
Firstly, being honest with my wife, that was the very first thing, and my family, as to the amount of trouble that you're in. Because when you're caught in a debt spiral, the last thing you want to do is be honest with yourself. So you got to be honest with yourself and say, listen, this has gone out of control, and then put the various steps in place. And to me, that was very important, taking that step forward, not feeling embarrassed about it, but trying to help myself and my family get into a brighter future.
Beautiful. So what would you like to come from debt review? As it comes to the end of the process, what were your feelings every time one of your debts got paid off and you built your financial future further?
Oh, brilliant. The communication, the email communication that you receive, obviously with your breakdown of what you owe, and seeing that amount come off, just gives you that positivity. It gives you that go forward that you need just to get on, and there is actually light at the end of the tunnel. Not just the train heading towards you, but you're actually working, and that's very positive for me.
Great. What were some of the things you couldn't live without? What couldn't you get while you were over indebted? Will you consider taking out a car loan or a phone contract now that you are clear of debt?
Yes. I mean, in my profession, I'm a sales representative, so swinging your car every couple of years is very important. So you then start realizing that it's important to be debt-free, because you can't have access to that credit facility, even though the payments on the car weren't behind or anything like that. Once you're in a debt review process, and this is what I loved about National Debt Advisors, they explained to me from the beginning, this is what you are able to go to be doing, this is what you can't do. So coming through that process now and looking back, absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing.
Fantastic. Nico, now that you are clear of debt review, what are your plans for the future? Do you feel comfortable managing your debts from now on?
Yeah, plans for the future is obviously I don't have any credit. I try not to have any credit, even though I'm credit worthy. Yes, maybe for my car finance and so forth, no more credit cards. So I think in the process you mature as a person. If you don't mature, I feel you'll probably just be making the same mistakes, and you'll find yourself back at square one, depending on what your time frame is.
Brilliant. Do you feel that National Debt Advisors helped you become a more responsible credit user going forward?
Oh, 100%. There's no question about it. I mean, this experience has taught me a lot. Whenever anyone is struggling at the moment, I do advise them, that's the number you want to phone. These are the people that you want to deal with.
Brilliant. Thank you, Nico. Thanks for all your help.
Thank you very much.